Welcome back to another Nostalgia Bite. I'm Darren,
And I'm Johnny.
and today we're going to talk briefly about Timecop, directed by and shot by Peter Hyams. It's based on a comic book that has nothing to do with the actual movie itself, just kind of loosely adapted. First of all, Johnny, let me ask you, what do you think of Jean-Claude Van Damme?
Well, I grew up in the 80s with Chuck Norris. And
Okay,
then after that, we had Steven Seagal. And then Jean-Claude Van Damme came on the scene. And I was like, so I watched all those movies.
Van Damme has his place in like these '90s upcoming like action stars like Schwarzenegger, but I don't know, like watching Timecop again, I had nothing but I guess okay memories of it. I was like, oh, if you're gonna look at Van Damme movies, Timecop is probably one of his best ones, right? And then watching like bits and pieces of it again just recently, I'm like, wow, this is really stodgy, like and really goofy. And I don't know if it's because of his lack of grasp of the English language. Sure, you have this stuff where you see him like kick and he keeps his leg out. There's a part where a guy on rollerblades, how 90s is that, like steals a purse from a grandma in a mall and he stops him by all of a sudden the camera shows the robber and it passes and just got Jean-Claude Van Damme's foot just sitting right there, right? And just he's holding it up in the air and makes the guy return. So it's got all that stuff, and all the fight scenes are fine. Obviously, he does a lot of splits. There's that famous shot where the guy's going to electrocute him, and he jumps up and does the splits across the counter, and you can, I guess, famously see his ball sack, I guess, if you're looking for something like that. But again, it's based on a comic book by Mike Richardson and Mark Verheiden and Ron Randall. But like I said, the movie has nothing to do with the comic. Obviously when Van Damme isn't talking and he's just doing his karate moves, I think he's great and he's got a great presence. Famously, I think he had to slow down his moves for the camera, but it's got like these weird optical effects where they kind of join, like in Back to the Future, right? Where you can see both the actors play two different characters on the screen, but it seems really goofy. You can absolutely tell that they're not occupying the same space. Kind of weird 90s thing. It's got weird stuff where they ride in rocket cars to go in the future, but then when they pop up in the past, they're just walking. They walk on stage. You know what I mean? Which
Yeah.
Time Cop, is that something that you're familiar with?
Well, yes, I have seen it a few times. It was on TV a couple nights ago, and I ended up watching a piece of it. I just waited for that infamous scene, though. Not because I wanted to see, you called it, but I wanted to see just how impressive it is that he can do the straddles like that.
Yeah.
And after I saw that, I turned it off. I stopped watching because
Mhm.
he is really good at what he does. And so if you can appreciate the fact that he's a supreme martial artist, then you might enjoy these movies.
This infamously, my wife, this was her first R-rated movie. She
Ah.
went on it like a double date. Her friend that set them up, she in a basement, I guess they watched it. Like they were just making out heavily. And so that's the memory that Elizabeth has of watching Time Cop.